Many men believe their marriage is fine because the house is quiet, no shouting, no arguments. But what many men do not realize is this. Sometimes the most dangerous stage of a marriage is not when a woman is shouting. It is when she becomes quiet, when a wife stops asking, and when she stops complaining. Something deeper may already be happening in her heart. Today we are going to talk about 10 warning signs your wife may be quietly withdrawing from a marriage. Valiant men must pay attention to these signs before it becomes too late. Sign number 1. When conversations become only about responsibilities. At the beginning of marriage, you talked about everything. Dreams, jokes, ideas, late-night discussions. But slowly things began to change. Now the only conversations are, have you paid the rent? School fees? Who will pick the children? The marriage has become a management meeting. No friendship, no laughter, no emotional connection. Men do not only provide money, they provide presence. Your wife does not only need a provider, she needs a companion. Sometimes sit with her, talk, laugh, ask about her concerns. And to wives, if you want conversation, create a safe space for it. Not every conversation must end in criticism. Sometimes men stop talking because every discussion turns into complaint. So if you have things bothering you, bring it to his notice. And let him know you are expecting an answer or his response. Then give him time to work on it. And men, these are the special times you take advantage of. When your woman make requests, it might be emotional, financial, physical, or spiritual concerns. Do all you can to meet the request. This is how you earn respect, submission, and love from her over time. And this eventually kills nagging and complaining because all this comes from unmet needs or requests. This takes us to the next sign. Sign number 2. When she stops complaining. This one shocks many men. At first she asked, then she starts talking about it. Then she starts explaining, and finally it graduates to complaining about the same matter or needs. Then after some time she stops everything completely and becomes quiet. And the husband says, finally peace. But sometimes it is not peace. It is emotional surrender. She has stopped believing anything will change. So men, when your wife stops expressing her concerns, do not celebrate too quickly. Ask her gently, are you okay? Sometimes silence is pain that has become tired. But wives must also learn something important. Silence without communication creates confusion. Do not punish your husband with emotional withdrawal. Speak, but speak with wisdom. If after you have applied all you know to do and he is still not responding, then take up the responsibility. Start making plans to fix what needs to be done before things get worse. Marriage is like an automobile. The husband is sitting on the driver's seat and the wife is sitting on the front passenger's seat. If she sees anything that might affect their journey negatively, or even their car, which represents the marriage, she will need to act fast because they are in it together. A good woman communicates to her husband for him to take action. If after a while there is no change, it's better the woman takes up the responsibility if it requires urgent attention, or else the whole family might be heading down the drain. This is why I always say it loud and clear. Marriage is a lot of work. It requires attention to details and quick response to family's cry and demand. Every valiant man must take note of this. Don't ever ignore the cry, request, suggestion of your woman. Sign number 3. When she stops asking for your time. Can we go out? Let's spend time together. But now she no longer asks. She has quietly adjusted. She assumes you're always busy. Please, valiant man, success outside the home means nothing. If the home becomes emotionally empty, schedule time for your wife the way you schedule meetings. And make sure you give her your full attention. Wives, sometimes men do not understand emotional signals. Instead of withdrawing completely, communicate your need clearly. Let him know your concerns, request, and your disagreement. Then come to a conclusion on the matter together. It does not need to be to your favor. The main focus is that things work for the good of the family and the family is heading in the right direction. Sign number 4. Small things cause big reactions. When a simple comment turns into an argument, it's a sign that there is a fresh or stale emotional wound in her that has not been attended to. No care or even a sign of concern has been shown. When small issues trigger large emotions, the real problem is usually older unresolved hurt. Men, when your wife reacts strongly, look beyond the surface. Ask yourself, what pain has been building? Look back and track when things started turning sour. Take some wisdom steps to ease her emotions. Don't add to her pain by giving a negative reaction. Valiant men kill emotional fire by their loving actions, not rekindling more flames. But wives, you must also learn emotional maturity. Not every frustration should become an explosion. Speak early. Speak calmly. I quite understand that women are more emotional beings than men. So every woman needs to be strong, grow, and learn to take control over your emotions. Don't allow situations or issues to break you. If your man is not responding to your request, needs, or issues, rise up to the task. Though that is not the way things ought to go. But you have to keep yourself in shape so you don't fall apart. Put yourself together and rise up to the task. Sign number 5. When physical affection disappears. When there is less hugging, less touching, less closeness, less warmth. Physical distance often follows emotional distance. Valiant men are brave men. They go the extra mile beyond what normal men do. So men, do not underestimate small affection. Give her a hug, hold her hands, use kind words. This action has a way of breaking the ice between you and reigniting your affection for each other. Don't wait for her to take the first step. You are to take that step. These are the little ways you earn respect and submission from your woman. Valiant man, be brave. These things protect the emotional atmosphere of marriage. Affection should not only appear when everything is perfect. Sometimes affection is what repairs connection. Let me pause here for a moment. If you are a husband watching this, ask yourself honestly, have I seen any of these signs in my marriage? Sometimes we become so busy with work and responsibilities that we miss what is happening emotionally in our own homes. If this message is helping you see things more clearly, take a moment to like this video so that more people can find it. And if you know another man who needs to hear this truth, share it with him. The signs we have discussed so far are serious, but the next signs we are about to discuss are even more dangerous because they show that emotional distance in the marriage has gone much deeper. At this stage, the marriage may still look normal on the outside. The family may still function, but inside the relationship, something important has already started breaking. If these signs are ignored for too long, the damage can become very difficult to repair. That is why valiant men must pay attention early. Now click the next video to watch the remaining 5 signs.